Hey fam, so I just kind of wanted to come up on here really quickly. Um, it's been such a process and journey to dealing with my narcissistic mom. Um, her last plea for, attention and control, her narcissistic tactics really, um, was about a month and a half ago, I believe. I decided to visit her out of nowhere, and basically she was trying to dictate to me rather. You know, no, don't get down. Do not get down. There's a cricket. Close the door.
Close the door. Mom.
You do it.
Mom.
But so, just let him, and then he'll stay home.
And I'll go.
But so, it's been such a process dealing with my narcissistic mom ever since I was a little girl. No, I'm not getting emotional. I was scratching my eye. Um, I remember when I was living by the beach. Hopefully you can still hear me and it's still recording. But if you do, and if you are able, we're gonna continue. But I remember one day we were going to go get some fast food, right? Close the door, Ezekiel. Is he there? Why is he outside and looking at the fucking car? Get him in the car.
Mom, get in.
Mate, if you don't get in, you're going into the house.
And he would stay, right?
Where is he? Get off and see.
Yeah, over see.
But yeah, get off and check and tell him to get back in. But so, dealing with her narcissism has been anything but easy, and it took me really until my early to mid 30s to understand that she has a mental condition. Like, this is an actual like mental condition, y'all. I had absolutely no idea, but I will tell you that yeah. But I will tell you this, that you know as a little girl, I was only about like 6 years old when she told me that I was undeserving, that I was unworthy, that I, just basically amounted to garbage. And from it really seemed to me from that point forward that that's, when I was facing a lot of peril in my life, a lot of trials and things like that.
Time to flood the house. This is a perfect time. Wait, I'll turn the tap on. Oh no. Just like that, we gotta run, guys. Quick. Ow! Oh.
Well, anyways, I don't know if you heard, but like, but dealing with her narcissism was excruciatingly painful as a child, because as a little girl and teenager, you don't really necessarily tend to know what narcissism. You don't really know what narcissism is until you are an adult yourself. As a teenager, as a grown woman. But I remember, just this thought. I'm like, I just remember, thinking, I'm like, I don't know who or what this is, but they are calling me. See, and as a little girl, I didn't understand that back then. That was God that was calling me. He called me chosen. He says that I'm worth it. He says that I'm loved. My mom never loved me. But God, it was God at that time. And I had no idea that it was Him. But I'm glad for that because it kept me strong, even amidst dealing with her narcissistic tactics, her warfare, and everything else in between. I'll tell you, she went from saying that I was unworthy and undeserving as a 6 year old to just basically treating me like I didn't matter, like garbage, pushing me around, telling me awful stuff constantly. Um, and I think finally that battle is over. Um, and I chose to end it because um, I remember several weeks before all of this transpired. Um, I remember several weeks before this actually transpired that I basically what?
That's not a bug.
There's still crickets and ants out there, so get in the car and tell idiot number two to get in as well.
Are those fire ants?
Yeah, they're red. Hurry up. So I remember that you need to get Maki boats.
Okay.
Yeah, but those were some of the. I haven't told you the extent of the awful things that she would tell me, along with my older sister. No, you may not. Go get Maki.
Maki's here already.
Oh, well, then hurry up and get in.
Hurry up.
But
Close.
can you guys still see if I'm recording? Like, I think you guys do. I just don't even know it. But, sorry, I had a block there with these fucking advertisements. I don't know what one of my kids did to my phone, but I get infinite advertisement. But so dealing with her narcissism was horrendous, to say the least. After she basically, said all that with my older sister, the maltreatment and physical aggression that I had to endure was just ridiculous.
I love
Um, and it's ironic because she was really good at making her portray as if she hadn't done nothing wrong, when in reality she knows very well that she had. So she could go before any attorney, judge, social worker.
That's me nasty.
I don't know why my screen is like that. I didn't do that, but whatever. We'll roll with the punches. But so long story short, I think the battle with her narcissism has finally ended. And I personally chose to end that because about a month ago, she told me over the phone that the only reason that she was calling me and telling me is because I have
I smashed them.
a high probability of getting cancer myself.
It's for Taurus. I frozen. Quarter.
But long story short, so at the end of everything, they made my life a literal nightmare, and I don't know. It's just something I hope never for anybody to have to experience. I'm blessed because I came out of it, and at the same time, I just feel like, how dare they try to play God and proclaim to, denounce me as a human being, much less as a person. I don't care.
Winning cash by doing nothing. Fake game. Withdraw cash, but only get $0.1. Fake game. You greedy fake cash games. Don't you dare promise to send our user.
Would like to be like a recycle? Big recycle.
I don't think I care much about, the aftermath and all that, but it was scientifically shown that people get brain damage like that from an abusive parent, from a narcissistic parent. And that's why I'm sharing my testimony with you guys, because I feel like, maybe, just maybe, if I share my testimony with y'all, y'all will be blessed. And if you got a husband, a wife, a girlfriend, boyfriend, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, mom, dad who treats you negatively, know that you are not stuck in their home. You can, as long as you are of age, you can move out.
I'm not good.
And if you so,
Oh.
but know that if you are, it doesn't matter if it's mom, dad, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. If you are with a narcissistic person, you are not stuck with that person. As long as you are 18 and older, you can literally move physically out of their home, and you guys can, you can be okay. And it is solely your decision if you want to have any contact at all. But most of us who have to endure a situation like that, most of us who have to put up with a situation like that, we choose not to keep contact.
I'm 60. Is that?
Most of us who are dealing with narcissistic people choose not to have contact with them any longer. Like in my personal situation, she blatantly came out and said, "Oh, the only reason that I'm calling you is because you have a higher probability of getting cancer yourself, but your brother and sister are helping me with my appointment." So to me, it sounded like she chose her golden children, I should say, by preference. So I'm like, you know what? No, this ends now. And I will not allow her to manipulate me, abuse me anymore. I will not allow her to control me, any of it, because I'm just done, quite frankly, okay? I'm not going to allow her to push me around. I'm not going to allow her to scream at me. I'm not going to allow her to call me names no more. This is coming from, this came from the same person, so basically, I'm not going to allow her to be manipulating me, controlling me, pushing me around, or my husband for that matter. And I'm certainly not going to let her mind wash any of my children any longer. That ends now, and that ends because God has chose to end it, period. Nothing more, nothing less. But let me tell you something. Dealing with the narcissism was excruciatingly, emotionally, and physically painful. I am so blessed that I've been able to move out when I was 21. I married my husband, who I've been married to for 19 years already. And that's just what it is. But I'm blessed all in all. There's some circumstances that have come up recently that I got to pray about a bit. But I'll see where this leads me, and hopefully it takes me to a peaceful, harmonious place, with my kids as well. And I can deal with the system then. And, I just really gotta, fix a bit up. And just know that if you're in a narcissistic situation, if you're 18, you can move out by law. You can get your own apartment, have a roommate, and you'll be okay. But you do gotta work. And just know that it is up to you if you want to have contact or not. They cannot make you do anything that you so choose not to. But
Hold on.
But But just know it has nothing to do with you. You are loved. People do appreciate you. And above it all, we're blessed to have you. You are not alone. And there are so many survivors of narcissism. So please don't ever feel like you're alone. Understand that you're loved and appreciated, regardless of what your mom, dad, sister, brother, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend have ever told you, or aunt and uncle. It doesn't matter who it is. And understand that people that treat you like that, up. So understand that narcissistic people like to belittle you, make you feel like you're less than a human being, but it has nothing to do with you. It's them reflecting themselves onto you. So please don't ever feel like it's a personal thing. It is them reflecting their ugly, characteristics onto you. Just remove yourself, move out, get a roommate, get a job. That's the best thing I can recommend to you. And it doesn't matter if you're 18 or 30, because narcissism knows no age, no race, because there are narcissistic individuals in every race and culture, and also age. So please understand two things. You are not alone if you are facing a narcissistic person, number one. Number two, pray about it. Prayer is so powerful. And number three, know that you're loved and appreciated. That no matter whether it's a family member or a spouse or significant other, it doesn't matter, or a sibling for that matter either. You are loved, you are appreciated, and above it all, you will make it, because God is going to get you through it. Not only that, but you can physically move out of the home where you're at and choose not to keep contact. So it's solely up to you. But I need you to understand that it is a reflection of the narcissist onto you. It has nothing to do with you. I love you, fam. I'm out.